Hi, this is Viola from Mountains for Everybody's Site. In this video I wanted to say a few words about my recent climb to Pizzo Filone, which is in Livigno area in the Italian Alps. I approached the mountain from the Livigno side, but there is also another option. You can approach it from the south side, from Viola Valley. However, I know that from that side there is a fee to enter the valley. I know this because I climbed Cima Piazzi 2 years ago, and I approached it from that side. That approach from Val Viola or Viola Valley is probably a bit shorter than from the Livigno side. Anyway, I started from Livigno, so if you are in the city, you go along the road in the direction of Forcola Pass, and then there is a parking 6, which is shown here in my post. So it's on the right side of the road, and Forcola Pass is in this direction. It was practically empty in the morning because it was quite early. But you will recognize it by this church, which is on the opposite side of the road. So when you see it, you know this is the place where you should leave your car. And then you continue here in this direction, in the direction of the valley, which they call Val delle Mine or something like this. In this post, I have actually an interactive map, so you can use it to understand better where to start and in which direction to go. So if you zoom in, you will actually see the route here. In one part, the route is not marked in the map itself, so I added this orange line to show you roughly the way you go. The start point is around 1900 meters, and the summit is at 31. So it's over 1200 meters. In principle, you would need at least 4 hours. It took me 5, surprisingly. The valley is quite long, but it's straightforward. You don't have anything to guess. You just follow a water stream, which is all the way close to you. I wish to stress there are actually two paths from the beginning. When you start, you can go on either side of this water flow. I decided to go on the right side, and I think it's better. So it's quite noisy. This water is on your left side when you go this way, and after maybe 1 hour or so, you will already be above the forest line. And then you will see one farm on the left, and after that, when you continue, you will arrive here to this place, which is called Ceseira del Gras di Agnei, if I'm pronouncing this correctly. In any way, this is a restaurant which is at 2200 meters. In the morning when I was there, it was completely empty. As you see, nobody around, but on my way back, of course, it was full of people. People normally come only to this place. I wish to stress that when I was on the mountain, there was nobody at all there. So, Livigno is a busy place, full of tourists and hikers and bicycle riders, but it turns out that Pizzo Filone is not so popular. In any case, I continued, and this is the view back. The mentioned restaurant is somewhere in this area here. So this is the place where you will see the first of the lakes. The color that you see here is real. It's not photoshopped. It's incredible, really. A few days after that, I was also in the Dolomites and visited famous Lago Sorapis, and the color is the same. Above this lake there is yet another, and there is also this pass which they call Bocheta da Mina Pass, probably, that would be the meaning. And there are some signs here, so you can understand where you are. If you would continue to the south side, you would just get to the mentioned Val Viola or Viola Valley. So when you climb Pizzo Filone from this side, you would come to the same pass. From the pass you go in this direction. This is probably the summit from the pass. I'm not completely sure now, but in any case, this is view back. This is the pass which I mentioned, and one lake and another. There is also one here, but it is off the route to Pizzo Filone. And on my way up, I was able to see Cima Piazzi. This is the mountain with the glacier on this side, of course. And this is Viola, its upper part. So I was on the summit in 5 hours. I started at 6 and I was there at 11. A bit too much time it took me a bit too much time for this peak, but I didn't push, and the weather was perfect. And I stayed on the summit full hour and had my coffee. As you see here, this is my sport version of copy, better to say, of Violetti mocha pot, which I always carry with me and have a coffee on the summit. So, as I mentioned, there was nobody at all on the mountain. When I was on my way back, I met a few people going up, so probably they were going to the summit. So, well, regarding the equipment, this is a simple walk up. You don't need anything at all except a pair of good hiking boots. I had my Salomon boots, and I also use Compedel trekking paws these days. And for the backpack, I had my Osprey Stratos 24. It was good enough for this tour. I mean, big enough. So this is it. I missed to mention that there is only one place below the summit with a fixed steel cable, but this is really a simple passage, and you don't need anything, any sort of ferrata equipment for this. This is a simple walk up. And it's important to have all stuff to protect you from the rain that can come any moment. And indeed, although the day was great, the weather was beautiful, I had everything in my backpack. So this is it. Thank you for watching.